because I like it. All right, 6:15. We're going live. I think we're good. We're live. Alrighty. Welcome to the very first episode of Log Off Lock In. My name is Tyler Blumenstick, joined by Sam Meehan. It might look like the Cap Rack. That's because it basically is, but in baseball form. With a cool little overlay here that we got going. Sam, what's going on? We got baseball season tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
I'm very excited for baseball season. Sorry, I heard something outside. I got a little distracted.
Just keep chugging on. We're good.
All right.
We got I'm really excited.
I'm so excited for baseball. Obviously I'm excited for the Yankees. But we'll see if they inevitably disappoint me again. So,
we already got a Luke Voigt injury. Zach Britton's got a little arm issue. There's always injury problems with
there's always injury problems, but it's what they can do in October. So, but we're not there yet. It's only March 31st, be April 1st tomorrow, opening day.
Oop. If you guys just caught a sneak peek of what goes into the overlay, I accidentally put my Excel sheet right over the Zoom camera. All right, so we got 2 people in the TikTok chat. How many people we have in the YouTube? We got 2. All right, maybe the same people, maybe not the same people. I don't know, but I feel like we should jump right back into this and start kind of like the way we do the Cap Rack. Just start with the early games. We'll go all the way down to the late games. We have East Coast afternoon baseball starting at 1 p.m. tomorrow. It's the Blue Jays visiting the Yankees. Last game that's going to be our first pitch will be thrown is going to be at 10:10. It's going to be a West Coast normal night game. San Francisco Giants with Kevin Gausman on the mound against the Mariners and Marco Gonzalez. Now, before we start this, one thing I realized here is there's really no in-between with the lines on opening day. It's either heavy favorite at minus 180 or above, or minus 110, both sides.
Yeah, I'm looking through lines now.
That's pretty much it. And they look a little tasty, I'm not going to lie. Baseball is my favorite sport. I don't know what comes in at the top of your board. What is it? I don't think I've ever asked you.
Probably either baseball, maybe hockey. I don't know. Depends what I'm winning at the time.
It's a good point. It's a very good point, honestly. Okay, so I'm going to tweet this stream out real quick. And then, after we do that, we can get right into the very first game. Stream URL. Alrighty. Anybody in the chat, you guys got questions, excited for anything, drop it in there, say what's up. Moneyline Media, what's going on? IMAADK24, thanks for joining the chat. Alrighty. Sam, you want to give a little preface on the Yankee game tomorrow? I mean, it's bad weather. It's going to probably be rained out. I don't want to, I don't want to jump the gun on that at all, but, it doesn't look bright around this area. You're down in Virginia, so you might be getting different weather, but it's bad over here. It's already a little dark outside.
We're expecting some rain down here too, but granted, we're not really close to any major league ballpark. Closest would be
Baltimore.
Yes, DC or Baltimore.
Yeah.
But if they do play, I know Springer is on the IL for Toronto to start the season, so that'll be.
Yeah, I have him on my fantasy team. It's not fun.
But they got Ryu going. The Yankees got Cole going, of course. The one thing I'm kind of looking at right now is, I guess this is kind of a different to see how the weather is, but I do like that over 7.5. The Yankees have, if they do play, had success against Ryu in the past. Mainly, I remember when he was with, was it LA? And they
Dodgers, yeah.
They destroyed him one night when he had coming with a 1.2 ERA, whatever it was. Just the Yankees love those left-handed pitchers because they're a very right-handed heavy lineup. So
they have been for so many years. They built the stadium. They transferred over to a new stadium. It was fairly recent, and they just decide to stack the roster with righties year in and year out, and it makes no sense at all. I was hoping that Jay Bruce and Derek Dietrich both made the roster. Bruce made it for interesting circumstances, but I don't know. We need some lefty pop, and those guys off the bench can probably do it for us. So I don't know. There's that. Okay, so let's definitely dive straight into this. Let me open up my little guide here. I want to make it public. I really, really do. But I want to clean it up before release it to the public and get this on a website, because I think it'd be pretty useful information for everybody to have. Trying to break down the MLB essentially into kind of taking all the stat categories, breaking it down, and dividing everything by, I guess, 9, trying to find like a per inning value, like based on hits, at-bats, runs, doubles, triples, homers, RBIs, stolen bases, strikeouts, and then putting together like a composite score to kind of rank the teams against each other. I feel like I haven't seen many people do that and kind of break it down to like a per inning basis based off each player. It's usually just team stats, roping in all the starting rotation or the bullpen, and then the starting pitcher to try to kind of come to your conclusion there. But I don't know. All right, Sam, you ready for this?
Born ready.
Let's run the gauntlet. Let's do it. 1 p.m. in the Bronx. We just talked about it. It might get rained out, but Ryu and the Toronto Blue Jays, the new look Toronto Blue Jays, they're a little mix of bringing in some free agent signings along with the young core of former MLB players, also Hall of Famers there, Vlad Guerrero, Kevin Biggio, and who am I missing?
They have their lineup right here. I think that's it with the
Bo Bichette. He's out this year, isn't he? Or out to start?
No, I have projected lineups in front of me, and it has Bo Bichette.
He was hurt at the end of last year. I think that's what it was.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, but Bichette is playing tomorrow, as far as I know.
I mean, good. He probably should be. Moneyline Media in the TikTok chat says, a rainout on opening day is like going to your wedding and your bride doesn't show up. That's a great point.
That's a great analogy.
Never been married, but it makes sense.
And really, like, I've been so excited for, probably the past 2 months, really. I've been like, so we're getting close to opening day, and then opening day comes, bang.
Literally. I feel like that's just how it goes. All right, so with this matchup, it's Ryu. You touched on it before. He's a lefty. Yankees got a right-handed dominated lineup. I feel like that plays big, especially in the MLB, especially when you want to find value in a betting line. If you're new to sports betting and this is your first baseball season, it's a money line sport, as opposed to basketball and football, where it's an against the spread sport, where the money line is more dictated based off of the way the spread is set, and the spread can be set in sneaky ways, so the money line's not always reflecting accurate value, I guess I could say. I feel like that's the best way to put it. But in baseball, we're setting the money, or Vegas, not us. We're trying to beat Vegas. For baseball, they're setting the money line, just literally setting the money line, and then the run line is going to play off of that. So just different ways, and I feel like if you understand how Vegas sets the lines, it kind of helps you dissect what lines you should take. And matchups, I guess back to my original point, the Yankees' right-handed lineup against a left-handed pitcher. Matchups like that are key when you're trying to figure out who to bet. So Ryu versus righties, Cole, a right-hander, versus Toronto, who I feel like is also pretty right-handed. Would I be correct? You have it in front of you still?
Yeah, they're definitely another right-handed dominant lineup.
Yeah.
I don't think as much as New York, but yeah, it's mostly righties in there.
So, gun to your head, you have to make a pick. Who is it for this game?
I take Yankees run line.
Run line? So you're going with the -1.5. Ryu is just consistent. That's the only thing that scares me, and I don't want to be a total homer here because I feel like the Yankees are going to win, and I'd be a sucker for not taking Garrett Cole on opening day. However, Ryu is just he's consistent. I don't know.
I mean, I've seen some few times where he was not exactly on his game, so I'm confident that the Yankees can get a few past him, and that Cole's going to be not as sharp as we're going to see him come September and October hopefully, but I think he'll do good enough job. I could see like a 5-3 or even like a 6-4 final.
Totally agree.
And that's -1.5 right there.
That would indeed be -1.5. Okay. Enough harping on a game that's probably not even going to get played. Let's move on. 110. We're going to go over to Detroit. The Tigers are hosting the Cleveland Indians. Shane Bieber on the mound, minus 200 on the road against Matt Boyd, plus 170. Tigers at home. Now, while the Indians definitely belong as minus 200 favorites, just simply behind Shane Bieber. Boyd is no slouch himself. I mean, none of these opening day starters are really going to be slouches, I guess, unless you go over to like Pittsburgh and you look at Chad Cole, like maybe. But like aside from that, like you don't really have many scrubs, for lack of a better term, pitching on opening day. But the Tigers lineup is just abysmal. Like they're not good. They haven't been good for years. They don't really stand a chance against Shane Bieber today. Tomorrow rather. The only, I guess, chance they have is a very low-scoring game if they eke out like a 1-0, 2-1, because the Indians aren't really that great of a lineup either. Their outfield hasn't hit in years. They just traded away Francisco Lindor. Morale has to be low.
Yeah.
Mickey Callaway story came out. Like I don't know, they're in shambles. It's just not good over there. So I'm not going to be laying the minus 200. However, I feel like the line is fair. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely a fair line there. And with Cleveland, outside of really Jose Ramirez, like, who are you worried about in that lineup?
Seriously,
right now?
I don't know.
And with one guy, you can pitch around him. So, yeah, I could definitely see a low-scoring game. So is Vegas. The under 7.5 is sitting at minus 122 right now. Yeah, if I would make a play on this game, it would be the under, but I kind of want to steer clear because I do want to see. These are two teams mainly offensively that I want to see. First couple weeks, because there's always surprises. There's always people that improve. Come out of nowhere and have success. So we'll see if there's any sleepers on either lineup. But for the time being, yeah, it's like the under right now.
All right, yeah, I could tack on that with you. Like, I don't know. I just feel like Bieber's not going to let up more than a run himself. And
yeah.
He'll probably go 7, and then it's opening day. All the bullpen guys are fresh for the most part, and yeah, they'll be able to get it done. I don't know. All right, as if we haven't talked about enough shitty teams, let's move on to 2:10 p.m. We have the Baltimore Orioles with John Means on the mound, plus 150. Former All-Star John Means, that is, actually. Visiting the disgusting Boston Red Sox with Nate Eovaldi on the mound for opening day for what I believe is the second year in a row. Did he start for them last year? Or was it Eduardo Rodriguez?
Let's find out.
I feel like it might have been Rodriguez. Eovaldi might have been out at the beginning of last year.
All right.
Welcome to the chat, DJ and DKdo.
I wish I could find a stat sheet from that day.
Welcome to the chat, Max. If anybody knows for the Red Sox who started opening day last year, drop it in the chat for us. YouTube, you guys too. I don't know why I'm looking over here. Camera's over here. Did you figure it out?
We're almost there.
You're almost there. What's going on, guys? Drop your favorite teams in the chat. How's that? Let's do that. Let's get some interaction going.
The starter was Nathan Eovaldi.
It was Eovaldi? See, it
was Eovaldi.
I truly should. I should just go with it. Okay, so let's touch on the betting lines here. We have the Red Sox at minus 170 and the Orioles at plus 150. Now, I don't know. The Red Sox aren't good, but they're definitely better than the Baltimore Orioles are. I feel like Eovaldi gets the edge here on starting pitching. Boston has neglected their bullpen for years. Like, just not. They let Kimbrel walk, and then they've just not brought anybody in. They're completely fine with Brandon Workman and Heath Hembry. I think they shipped them off both to Philly last year. But, look, I don't know. I don't know what to make of this Red Sox team. I feel like they're the fourth best team in this division, right ahead of the team they're playing on opening day with the Orioles. A little bit of a value spot here on the road if the Orioles come out firing, but I'm definitely not laying minus 170 at home on the Red Sox.
Yeah, actually, like this Orioles team, I think has the potential to be better than anticipated.
Mm-hmm.
They are a very young team. And, being here in Virginia, I have a lot of friends who are Orioles fans, and they'll be the first. They'll tell me right away, like, don't sleep on this team. They're not saying they're going to come close to the playoffs this season, but they're going to make some steps. And I think, plus 140 or so. Yeah, I got plus 142 here on FanDuel. And I think that's going to be, I like the value there. I think I like that play. I hate the Red Sox team. They've fallen apart the past 2 years. Yeah, let's trade all our best players and whatnot. So
I don't know what they're doing in Boston.
they're a mess.
I just saw a tweet. They renovated some part of Fenway or like put something up to like welcome the fans back, but like they're putting a crappy product on the field once again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Alrighty.
So yeah, I'm going with the Orioles tomorrow. You know what? Yeah.
I think you should. What's the under over for that? Because I would consider the over.
I got 9.5 at minus 106.
Maybe not
Minus
9.5. If you gave me like a 8.5, maybe I'd consider it. But I don't know. I could see like a 5-4 game here, 5-3.
But I could also see this flying over. But
it's opening day. That's the only thing that really scares me.
yeah, because I have no idea we're gonna get Eovaldi or Means. So
I agree.
That's the big thing there.
All right, we got a good game now. Another 210. It's going to be out of the Central. Oh, well, two Central teams. Interleague play on opening day. Really, really interesting. Kenta Maeda for the Minnesota Twins, minus 110. Visiting the Milwaukee Brewers, Brandon Woodruff, minus 110. Now, when I made the interactive guide, I did a little composite score for each starting pitcher. And I have statistics downloaded from the last 3 seasons, so 18, 19, and 20. So about two and a half seasons, probably less than 2.5 seasons, honestly, because 60 is not half of 162. Woodruff is probably a top 15 pitcher in the last 3 seasons, if I remember correctly. I don't remember exactly where he landed, but he was definitely up there with the best, and he never gets any recognition. Probably because of the fact that he's in Milwaukee. He doesn't really have dominant stuff. He's more just kind of a finesse pitcher. He'll go out, he'll eat innings, he'll get it done, he'll keep you in the ballgame and kind of let you do your job. And I kind of feel like that's what we're going to get here out of the Brewers on opening day at minus 110. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, he's been, rock solid, so under the radar past few years. So I'll take him at home. I just think they have the better star on the mound. They have the better lineup too overall. I mean, it's the Twins. They can hit, but I think they're getting definitely getting a little old in some spots there.
I would agree.
In that lineup, especially near the top, it's getting a little old there. So, I could definitely see the Twins falling off this season, and the Brewers will disappoint last season. But they got some talent. They got plenty of talent there in that lineup. So, if you're gonna give me Milwaukee as a slight dog at home, I'll take them.
All right. You have him as a slight dog?
Yeah, I just got FanDuel in front of me. I got Minnesota at minus 112, Milwaukee at minus 104.
Interesting. Okay. I feel like I would expect the line to move the other way because I got minus 110 for both, and that was from not a sports book. It was just like a
sports line
compilation of a bunch of different odds. But I don't know. I feel like that's a little strange that the Twins would take more money on the road there, especially on opening day. With the lesser pitcher. I don't know. But I'm down to take the value on the Brewers. That's exactly what we're going to do.
Exactly.
Okay, 220 game here. I feel like this is the Chicago Cubs Classic, or the NL Central Classic, actually. It's a 220 start midweek. Talked about him before when I was mentioning scrub pitchers, but, I feel like that might be a little too far. Chad Cole, plus 180, Pittsburgh Pirates. Truly only have Ke'Bryan Hayes to look forward to, I would say. Visiting the Chicago Cubs, Kyle Hendricks on the mound. Smooth and steady Kyle Hendricks at minus 220. I feel like this one's really easy for me. I'm not going to put a cent on the Pittsburgh Pirates for the next 162 games. But I'm curious what you think, because there's a pretty big line here, and the Cubs lineup is but I think they're going to bounce back this year.
Yeah, if there's anything I'll play in this game, it's definitely going to be a run line. I'm not taking anyone at minus 210. It's just too much.
No.
So, I like to find some value in there. So I'm going to take probably a run line. Maybe I could even do maybe some team totals for tomorrow, but I don't really have them up in front of me right now. So, Chicago run line seems like a relatively easy play here.
Probably. It should be. Like, I don't think the Pirates are going to score many runs this season. Home runs
And they're
might be
going to
their
let
best
up a
bet.
lot.
Say it again? I missed that.
They're not going to score a lot. And they're going to give up a lot. So, which
Yeah.
is not a good strategy.
I don't even know what direction they're going in because they kind of offloaded a lot of stuff 2-3 years ago, and they still haven't turned it around. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see there.
Yeah, they're kind of a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Moving
on.
They are.
Say it again?
They aren't kind of a dumpster fire. They are
they are
100% a dumpster fire.
Full-blown dumpster fire. Okay, we're going to move on. We got Atlanta, Max Fried on the mound visiting the Phillies, and Aaron Nola, -110 once again for both teams. Like, I don't want to stay away from this, but if I had to lean one way or the other, I would probably go with the Braves. Max Fried, they're going to keep him in the game on the road. Nola is the better pitcher out of the two, more experienced, but not by much, I would say. But I would give the Braves the lineup edge here, but Philly's the home edge, and that's kind of why I opened this up saying I don't want to stay away, because I am. That's going to be my decision here. I'm not going to get too crazy with it on opening day. I'm not going to go throwing out bets on 15 games just because baseball's back. We're going to go slow and steady for this game, or for this season, and unfortunately I'll probably watch this game, but I'm going to stay away for the sake of my wallet.
Yeah, definitely the Braves have probably the better rotation. We'll probably do, but the better lineup overall here. But still, this Phillies team I feel like has underperformed past couple seasons.
They have. It's all been a part of their bullpen though, like
since
total product.
Yeah, exactly. But they have a very good lineup.
They do.
So I'm kind of leaning toward Philadelphia here. Just I think they want to get on the right foot here. We love Joe Girardi, so wishing him success. And I think the Phillies are going to be more competitive this season in that AL, in a very competitive AL East, or NL East, I should say.
Yeah.
Like there's 4 teams there that could, I think, win a division.
Exactly.
So it and that's leaving out Miami, who made the postseason last year. So
it's true. It was expanded, to be fair.
Yeah, and it was a 60-game season, but still, they showed some signs that they could be better, but they're still the fifth.
Yeah,
Best
I mean
they sent
Sixto Sanchez down to the minors. Probably their second best pitcher last year. I don't really know why they did that, but Sandy Alcantara is going to start opening day for them. We'll get to their game not next, not the one after that, but 3 games from now. So we're going to move on right now to 4-10 games. We got 5 of them. That Miami game I was just mentioning is one of them. We have the St. Louis Cardinals and Jack Flaherty on the mound at even money against Luis Castillo and the Cincinnati Reds. It's going to be in Cincinnati at Great American Ballpark. -120 for the Reds. I don't know if I agree with this very much. I kind of like the Cardinals. Like, they're going to play a clean baseball game. The Reds the last couple years have just been all over the place. Aside from Trevor Bauer and Sonny Gray and Luis Castillo, to be fair. He's been really, really good. They're just like a sloppy team that can't really put it together. Like, their lineup is sporadic. We saw in the postseason they didn't score a single run. Like, they almost didn't, or they didn't. Regardless, they didn't score much. The bats were non-existent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about here is, I think they have advantage on the mound, but, Castillo was going to get 2-3 runs. And this Cardinals lineup, they were the winners of the offseason, bringing in Arenado. So
they robbed the Rockies blind.
Yeah, that was so ridiculous. But, I feel like that happens all the time with these baseball trades. It's always, we'll give you all these prospects that may or may not pan out, and we'll give you the best third baseman in all of baseball. So, yeah, at +100, I'm taking the Cardinals here at home, or no, they're on the road, but the better lineup. I don't see Cincy being able to manufacture runs. That was the big thing. They couldn't, create runs. I mean, they had some pop in the lineup, but when it comes to manufacturing runs, earning the hard way, playing a little small ball, they struggle big time with that. So I gotta go with St. Louis here.
I'm with you. All right, let's move on to the Los Angeles Dodgers. Clayton Kershaw getting yet again another opening day start as deserved. Minus 220 on the road against the Colorado Rockies. Marquez on the mound, plus 180. No, not going to bite the plus 180. What's the under over for this game? Is it like 10?
It's 11.
Oh my God. I'm going to go under, to be completely honest. I think Kershaw can really stifle the bats there, and Marquez was really good at home recently. For the past couple years, I want to look up his splits. I wonder. I don't have home and away splits here, but let's see. All I know is he pitched really well at Coors Field when you traditionally do not do such a thing. Let's check this out. All right, this isn't going to back it up because this is last season, but 1-4 with a 5.68 ERA. I want to find years past. I don't want this stupid 2020 garbo. Regardless, take my word for it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Come tell me. Moneyline Media says the under is the play. Total is too high. Yeah, I agree. I really do, honestly.
Yeah, that total's absurd. And, like, judging by these lines here, it's leaning over because it's minus 118 on the over. But I just do not agree with that, especially with Clayton Kershaw on the mound. I know, like, you're up there in Denver, like, balls are flying all over the place, but 11 runs?
And the Rockies don't have the dude solely responsible for 130 runs a year. Like, batted in at least. Not even runs scored on his own.
The only thing I'm kind of scared about with, that if it's going to go over is just if the Dodgers just explode.
They could, and that's probably why the line is the way it is.
I'm thinking, like, if it's going to go over, it's going to be like a 9-4 game.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But
I don't know if the Rockies get 4. I truly don't know.
Yeah, even that, like. So yeah, I definitely would be leaning towards an under here. I mean, I don't have the lines in front of me. I think they're going to come out more tomorrow, but I could definitely say like a first half under. If Kershaw's on his game, give Colorado maybe 1, and I'll probably see a 5.5 or a 6 total. So long as the Dodgers aren't coming out of the gates just tearing it up, which very possible, but I think more likely they don't. So yeah, I like the under here, both first half and total.
Cool.
Full game.
Right. Let's ride with that then. Moving on, we're going to finally get to the Miami game. We have Tampa Bay with Tyler Glasnow on the mound, coming in at minus 150 against the Miami Marlins, and Sandy Alcantara on the mound, plus 130. Home dogs. I don't think this is like a lot of value, but I think that we could definitely sprinkle a little bit here on Miami. Their home Glasnow is what I'm scared of, but not the rest of the Rays because they are severely less talented than they were in years past, especially last year. Snell is now in San Diego.
Who else they lose?
They revamped. They've stuck with their strategy of just kind of keeping everything turning, like not really devoting money, not throwing money at people. Big contracts, 10-year contracts, 12-year contracts, 7, 8, whatever it is. You're in Tampa Bay for 2-3 years, and then you move on. That's it. That's how they operate. They keep you moving. You're a cog in the system. Kevin Cash's little machine. But not tomorrow. I kind of like the little value spot here. Miami's a really tough place to play, especially the first game of the year. Wonky scenery there for the Rays coming in, but obviously the Marlins are used to it. Kind of a stupid little take there. But, Sam, what do you think?
Yeah, I definitely like the value here in Miami. Glasnow, he's, got great stuff, but especially early in the season, I could definitely see some control issues that we've seen from Glasnow a ton in his entire career, really. So that could definitely, for some runs, come Miami's way. And Tampa's lineup does not really scare me too much. They got some guys in there, but no one I'm really, having nightmares about. So, yeah, I think if you're looking at a nice value play, I like Miami. I probably not going to throw on it myself, Well, maybe I will. We'll see. But yeah, good value there, Miami.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not as good as of value as I would say the Orioles are, as crazy as that
Mhm.
sounds.
Yeah, I really like the Orioles tomorrow. Like genuinely.
I want to see what the public interest is on that game because I don't know, with the Red Sox coming in the like kind of on one leg, I don't know.
Let's see if we find it. But
When you have that, shout it out. But let's move on for now. 4:10 game, we have Madison Bumgarner getting an opening day start for the Arizona Diamondbacks and visiting Yu Darvish and the San Diego Padres coming in at minus 240 at home. This is going to be a stay away game here. I might consider sprinkling on the Arizona run line, but probably not, honestly. Like I don't really want to bet on the Diamondbacks against the surging Padres. They're going to be really, really good. Darvish came in second in the Cy Young, but 240 is a lot to lay here unless you're throwing it in a parlay. I think the only hope here to get any value is probably either sprinkling on the Diamondbacks, which I think is just a lost cause. You're throwing money out the window. But if you're going to have to touch something that's close to even money, I feel like it would probably have to be the run line at plus 1.5. What do you think? Or stay away altogether, which is what I'm going to be doing.
yeah, thing I would probably say it altogether. I'm on the other side of the run line though. I would be leaning San Diego.
I guess that's a fair point. I didn't think you could do that. I mean, not that I didn't know you could do that because I know you can, but I don't know.
So yeah,
That's a good point.
I it's yes, I'm staying away. It's more like I don't know what we're getting from Arizona.
Yeah, I think their lineup's going to be pretty solid this season.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but we know what we're getting out of the Padres, except for their bullpen. I mean, that's really the only question mark that. I mean, it shouldn't be really that big of an issue. It's not a bad bullpen by any means, but it's not. It's not like a Dodgers bullpen. It's not a Yankees of 2 years ago bullpen. It's good, but it's not that good. I don't know. But when you have a lineup like that and you have a pitching rotation like that, you don't really need the bullpen. It can be that third piece. So
Yeah, these are both teams I want to kind of see more before I really get into betting on them consistently.
definitely. Okay, let's move on to what I think is the strangest looking line of the day. It's the
What the shit? All
yeah,
right.
it's weird. However, I do have a little note. I'm gonna throw it in there. I don't have the actual stats in front of me because I messed up my Excel file and I have to kind of troubleshoot and fix it. But this game I'm talking about is the Texas Rangers. Gibson on the mound, plus 150 on the road at KC. Brad Keller on the mound, coming in at minus 170. The Kansas City Royals. Now, the point I was going to make here, and I was messing around with those composite scores for lineups, and the way that I concocted my formula, the the Royals came in higher on the composite ranking than the New York Yankees lineup did. And everything else seemed to be in line. Not that the Yankees were ranked lower, but the Royals were just jumped up there. For some reason, metrically, they made sense. I want to get the numbers actually in front of me and then present it to you guys because it sounds outrageous right now, but apparently their lineup translates well statistically. So they might be a sneaky team to keep an eye on. I'm not saying right home about the Kansas City Royals. Throw them in every single game. They're going to be minus 170. You're also going to see a lot of games this year where they're probably like plus 200. So this is wild. But don't sleep on the Royals, especially the Royals lineup.
Yeah, they brought in Benintendi. He's been a great bat for a few years now. And actually, this morning I was just like curious. I was looking at like player futures. I was going to lead the league in hits, and the second favorite to lead the league in hits behind. Actually, I think it's a tie for first, but with obviously DJ LeMahieu,
Mm-hmm.
is Kansas City second baseman Whit Merrifield.
Yeah, he's been on a tear.
Yeah, he was solid last year. A great 2019 season. I think he was up above 310. So yeah, they got some guys who can hit here. I think they kind of gel well together. Like where the Yankees is kind of like it's a bunch of guys who can hit the ball
Yep.
500 feet. Where I worry about them like putting together rallies where it looks like this lineup seems like they can get 7 straight singles on you and put 4 or 5 runs past you, which is great skill to have, especially come late season. So I think this KC team is definitely a team to look out for. Um, the AL Central, the Indians are they're not what they were a few years ago. The Tigers are a disaster. The Twins are probably on the decline. But the White Sox, it's their division to lose, really. But I would not be even slightly surprised if Kansas City can, hang around that division for a decent while.
Yeah, I really I don't know. I think they can be that sneaky team that you're talking about.
I'm gonna try to find. Yeah, I got win totals here.
I'm gonna take a guess that they're set at 76.
74.5.
Okay.
And I like them to win more than 74.5 games.
I feel like they can be a 500 team, especially in that week.
I totally agree. 79 to 83, I think, would be a great year for Kansas City. No one's expecting to do much, but you're probably a few games out of the second wild card spot, but it's really something to, it's a very good step in the right direction.
I agree. All right, we had only one 7-10 game for tomorrow, but somehow, some way, the Washington Nationals have a positive COVID test. And
has the game been canceled?
It hasn't been, but there's no lines out right now because of the uncertainty, so that's why you're seeing COVID over there.
I have lines right here.
Okay, so
actually on FanDuel. We got the New York Mets on the road at -162, and the Nationals at +136. This over/under is at 6.5.
I would say. I'm thinking about this now.
It's DeGrom Scherzer.
I'm not very high on Scherzer anymore.
Yeah, I know he's definitely on the decline. Not that he's Netty slouch anymore, but he's he's not as great as he used to be. Yeah, 6.5 is just an absurdly low total. It's just a matter of, can the Mets get 5?
Well, that's the thing here, because DeGrom's not gonna How many is he really gonna let up? At most, on his worst day, 3 runs.
If he's off, runs. He's going 3 runs in 7-8 innings.
Exactly.
But the thing is, I don't know how they're gonna be throwing him. I want to see if I can find his. I know he started opening day last year. He had to have. So
I think this is his 3rd in a row.
Because
4th in a row, maybe?
Yeah. Well, I can already see it now. The Mets won opening day last year, 1-0. So yeah, DeGrom went 5 innings last season in opening day. He threw and he allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. So
the difference here,
I don't think he's gonna go that 5 I don't think he's gonna go that 7-8 innings that where Nationals are only gonna score 1 or 2 runs.
Yeah. I don't know.
This I like I love a first half under. Or first 5 under.
I'm personally really scared of the Mets just jumping down Scherzer's throat right off the bat. He's very home run prone. He's another year older. I really, really believe that we're going to get some value fading Max Scherzer this year. I don't know. It's going to be really interesting to watch.
Is he that old?
Yeah, Scherzer's like 34, 35.
36.
Yep.
He'll be 37 in July.
He's up there. He's definitely up there. He's good.
3.7 last year. Not his best.
Not his best. All right, so
also real quick from before, 69% of the bets are on Boston.
69% of the bets are on Boston?
Mm-hmm. But the line opened at -200, and it's now obviously like -165, 170, wherever it was. So
reverse line movement, maybe?
Yeah, that's Vegas expecting a Baltimore win right there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you want to just give the attractive price.
Hammer the Orioles.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. So do you have a play on the Mets-Nats game?
If I were to put a play on this game, I'm going to see what it is tomorrow, because I'm thinking it's I don't see any first half lines on anything here, but if I'll do a first 5 under, or I could even do Mets run line.
Okay. In the chat on TikTok, Moneyline Media said, "You got to ride the Mets on opening day. Opening day record is absurd. Plus DeGrom."
That's right. Yeah, they've been
39-20.
unbelievable. Yeah, and like because I feel like it's every season. Like almost a lot of times I've seen in the past where the Yankees will lose their first series or get swept or something, and the Mets will sweep their first series, and then all the Mets fans on Twitter are like, "Oh my God, we're better than the Yankees now," and then like a month goes by and the Yankees are, so much better. But I don't think this is a season for that. The Mets are a legit good team. I still think the Yankees are still a better team, but do not sleep on the New York Mets this season. I made a little parlay earlier of all division winners from each division, and the Mets plus 130 was calling my name. So
that's all it was. Plus
yeah,
130.
Yeah, they were right behind the Braves at plus 115, I believe it was.
That is, I don't know. I feel like you can't set two lines that low when there's two teams capable of having a line that low. I feel like that bumps both teams up.
Oh, never mind. The Mets plus 130 was the favorite, and then Braves plus 140, and then Washington 650, Philly 850.
Yeah, I mean, wait, Philly in last? That's what it's saying.
Miami plus 3,200. I did not mention them. You want value? Miami to win a division?
No, we're not doing that.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so let's move on. We're gonna have our triple 10 o'clock nightcap with the Chicago White Sox. Lucas Giolito on the mound, minus 120, visiting the Los Angeles Angels and Dylan Bundy, even money.
Even money, Dylan Bundy.
Eloy Jimenez out with a pectoral injury. He got surgery on that. He's going to be out probably 6 to 8 weeks or 3 to 4 months. I don't remember. Something around there. I like the White Sox here regardless. I think Giolito's going to come out firing. He's been making his case to kind of move up the leaderboards of starting pitchers that are being talked about around the league. And Dylan Bundy is this little journeyman guy that keeps running around everywhere and just shoving the baseball for some reason. Just 3.5 ERA, between 4 ERA, like right in that little range right there. He's just shoving. He's making a living, and now he's getting an opening day start here for the Angels.
Yeah, Bundy, that's a great, it's great right there. 3.54. It's a very solid starter there, but that's someone you hope is more your 3 or your 4 starter.
Yeah, pitching on Monday, not tomorrow.
Not your opening day starter. So, and this White Sox team, they're a very popular pick to make some noise. They were last season and again this season. That lineup is also very, very good.
Yeah.
Tim Anderson, you're almost expecting him to hit 330. You got Jose Abreu, who's got a lot of pop. I think the White Sox pretty much, the Central's theirs, so if they say relatively healthy throughout the year. So I think they start out hot here. The Angels every season, it's the same thing. Like, they have the lineup, but do they have the pitching? They got that guy Mike Trout. He's pretty good.
They're wasting his career. They're wasting his career.
Like, it's at some point you gotta at least make the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean they have. Didn't really do much, but
yeah, they haven't done shit in the playoffs. Like, this season they have to make a move for a starting pitcher. I really hope they do. I want to see. If it's not, obviously I want to see the Yankees in the World Series, but if the Yankees they're losing at some point, I want to see Mike Trout late in the postseason.
It's went and got Rendon. When Pujols' contract falls off the books, I feel like that's when they're going to spend. Yeah. They're going to have like a 2 to 3 year window before they're done with Trout.
How much? Only like 1 year left in that, I think. We're about to find out.
I think so. It might be one more after this year, because he's got retirement talks going on around the league.
Yeah. So. The first article, Albert Pujols went through year 10 of a horrible contract. He is a unrestricted free agent after this season.
He's going to be done. I don't know if he gets another deal anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
maybe a 1 year deal somewhere if he refuses to retire. But
What's he getting paid this year? 25 million? 20 million?
His base salary is $30 million.
Give me a break.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, whatever. I don't even want to
He's
talk about
41. That. Oh yeah, he's definitely retiring.
He's stealing money from the Angels, like
That's
stealing
why
it.
You don't give a 10-year contract to a fucking 32-year-old.
I mean, yeah, more power to him. He earned it. He earned every bit of it.
Oh yeah,
Hall
no,
of Famer,
like
but
first ballot, one of the greatest players I've ever seen. But like right now, he is nowhere near what he used to be.
no, but you can't give the contract back, so it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
it's the beauty of baseball. It's all guaranteed.
It's true. It's really true.
Play baseball, kids.
Play baseball. Next game, 10 o'clock. Houston, the Trash Can Bangers. Zach Greinke on the mound getting an opening day start, -110 against Oakland at the Coliseum. Chris Bassett on the mound, -110. I'm going to ride Oakland here because they're home. Not that I love Chris Bassett, because I'm shocked he's even getting this opening day start. He's kind of like Oakland's Dylan Bundy. Really kind of like the same guy. He's just like... He's
solid pitcher, but you don't want him starting opening day.
Exactly. I feel like a very solid 3 pitcher. And you get the name with Greinke. You get Houston, who not as good as they used to be. Springer's no longer there. Altuve is both old and slumping and upset about something. I don't know why he can't hit a baseball. It's so funny. I don't like the Astros, but I am going to take the Athletics.
Yeah, I love the Athletics. You know, this season, you know, they won the West last season. I think they do it again this season. That lineup, man, is awesome. Like they don't have the best rotation, but they got some dudes in that lineup that can really hit the baseball. You know, I'm seeing some new names here in Elvis Andrus and Mitch Moreland. Some guys who can definitely help them out, but you know you're gonna get from like your boy Matt Chapman. If he can be running around for being in that MVP conversation again, the Athletics team will be right there in the season. So if they're pretty much even at home, I'm gonna take them.
Alrighty. Last game of the day, we're gonna go over to San Francisco. Kevin Gausman on the mound visiting Seattle. Marco Gonzalez on the mound. -110 again for both sides. So I'm staying away from this. Although
I refuse to bet this game.
Seattle's going to be a sneaky team. You watch out. I might honestly put some money on Seattle.
No, yeah, we're going Seattle.
They're going to win. They're winning. That's it.
Yep.
Seattle. All right.
Don't overthink it.
Huh?
Don't overthink it.
Don't overthink it. Just go for it. Okay. We got nothing else. You got any final thoughts?
Not really. I love. I'm hoping that, you know, the rain will hold off enough that we can get some baseball on the East Coast tomorrow. So, but yeah, it should be a very fun season.
It really should. Also, to the one viewer on YouTube, thank you very much, and for the 2 in our chat on TikTok, we're actually going to be live streaming Base Hit Ball 4 tonight at 8 o'clock in an hour. We usually do a live recording. However, we usually do a recording and then post it. However, we're going to do live tonight. Baseball talk. We're going to be breaking down the AL East, the NL East, and then kind of just getting into the groove for the season. And I feel like it's good because it's opening day eve, and yeah, pretty much it. So we'll be back here in this exact same spot in about an hour from now. Yeah. Sam, anything?
Let's go Yankees. It's they gotta win this season.
They do. They really do.
They do.
Them and the Giants. I feel like it's crunch time for both of these teams. The New York Giants, that is, not the San Francisco Giants. Okay. So for myself, Tyler Blumenstick, and my co-host, Sam Meehan, this has been the very first episode of Log Off, Lock In, our baseball betting specific show. Going to be with you guys hopefully every day that we can. I know once the summer comes, I'm starting a baseball league, so it might have to kind of get a little bit sporadic. But for now, we're going to be with you guys when I get home from work. We're going to log on. We're going to talk baseball every day. So we'll see you guys tomorrow, I guess. Or
Yeah.
Sam, are we doing tomorrow? Because we went over this game or these games today.
Oh yeah, should so should we do Friday?
I feel like Friday's probably our best bet.
Yeah, because I'm assuming Friday is going to be all night games because that's the normal MO for Friday baseball.
There's only like
So
5 or 6 games, honestly.
give me a second. I'm finding him. Yeah, there's only 6 games on Friday night, all in the night. So if we want, we can still go.
Okay, sounds good. Alrighty, signing off for real this time. My name is Tyler Blumenstick alongside my co-host Sam Meehan. We'll see you probably Friday